Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
Wow, what an intro, guys. Everybody loves themselves a couple of boobs, you know, 3 or 5 of them. So this is the police. Just came out and I was like, I didn't do a let's play in a long time, so let's try this out. Settings, I believe, are all... Is there subtitles? I think they were the whole time, right? Okay, so let's start this up. New game. Day 1. Mayor Roger, sex maniac. Ooh, something new. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. Who the fuck is that? Mark War 2 to be shown in Freeburgs the day before worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. Okay. It's got kind of a Papers, Please vibe to me, honestly. I looked at the pictures, of course, and I was like, this looks like Papers, Please, and I had a lot of fun with
When
Papers,
I was
Please.
a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
There's a lot of dialogue happening, or rather monologue.
This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Is there like any gameplay to this game? Alright, here we go. Whew. Guys, I think I need some help. I don't know what to choose. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? Let's see. Well, he said you gotta, you know, act as though you don't know anything, so... I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. Surprise! I thought I'd be working as a policeman for another 5 to 10 years. I just want to serve the city. I was surprised, of course. Do you already know the name of your successor? I should have hired somebody who narrates this for me. No, I think it's a new man. I think it'll be a department. Who cares? Who cares? Who the fuck cares? You know what? Let me choose my own answers, okay? I've done my job, but I'm just about finished with it. Soon my only interests will be cigars and jazz. I frankly don't care who takes my place. I think I should have read like some kind of book before this so I can like be prepared. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, will they change his mind? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I'll be happy. It's hard to say, but I can't think of a more deserving candidate than Captain Kendrick. What's Lamar doing here? Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say? No comment. Usually I prefer to answer all your questions, but in the situation I've got to say no comment. Document. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be a reason behind your retirement? Ugh. How should I know? You better ask him. Thank you. Wow.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
So what am I gonna do now that I don't have a job?
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
What a room. Got a lot of ambiance.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell.
It looks like a 12-year-old kid.
White summer shoes,
That
white
silhouette.
socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the
What
white
is it, an
smile of
angel?
a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days,
Oh,
and
so it's still
and
got
you'll
time.
be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury
Look at him
pension,
getting all
one that
cozy.
even I would have
Get off my
envied,
fucking
although
mahogany
I never set
desk.
aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man."
I'll do my best.
"And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon."
When he gets it, it's gonna be... Oh, what the fuck? I never heard
I'm
such
sorry,
quiet
babe.
sex.
Only the mayor has this number.
I can't imagine the dude who recorded
Mr.
that was
Mayor?
just on a
Yeah, is this
on
Troy
a
Starr?
mattress,
Yes?
like with
Go
his hand
fuck
going
yourself,
down on it,
Troy
like
Starr.
quick, quick. What just happened? I just zoned out for a second, and then I heard the phone smash. Head of culture, department owns villa in Italy. Francis Kendrick on rumors he might be next FPD chief. No comment. Wow, dude, get your own original no comment statement. Jack Boyd confirms police cooperation with the mafia. Wait, who's Jack Boyd again? That dude seems like some fucking white knight. Let's go. Shit, dude. My car's not getting on.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for.
It's an old
Needs to
man.
be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
I honestly thought that it's a black guy, sorry. Would you like to receive tips about how the game works? I'm 60-year-old police chief, a few months away from retirement. I don't need anyone to tell me how to do my job. You know what? Let's not be like full of ourselves and okay, show what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Shifts. Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift officer respond to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. So this guy's an alcoholic, you can clearly see, and he's corrupt. You can clearly see by the bags under his eyes. And you can see that he's, 3 out of 5. Okay. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Wait, what? This guy's like 1,230. Wait, where am I? Any policeman who falls short of his mark is not entirely reliable, while those who whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Energy shows so tired, less energy your people are, less reliable, blah blah blah. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Okay. So, yeah, okay. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take... Who the fuck is screaming outside? To take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you shall be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior of your employees. So, wait. They're gonna do their job, and then they come with a report, and they say, oh, you know, he ran away. And you're like, yo, what the fuck? You should have followed him. How about that? And we'll come up with any reason. Okay. So, some of them are like fucking... wackos. Wait a second, isn't this the guy that I just looked at and he had like over 1 grand of points? Okay, I can't do anything here. Hello? Mole. Is that like her job? She's a mole? I couldn't do anything there, I think. What is this, a card game? SWAT. Is the tutorial done? What am I even doing? Messages. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before time expires. The mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farther away the destination from the police, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for work. Yes. Everyday mall. Hit and run. What's going on here? The easiest way to determine how difficult the test might be is to check how many units you are allowed to send on the call. The more units you can save, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly my risky I come to about at least 1 officer. You know what? I need to stop trying to read so fast. Whew. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All of this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns into a brutal meat grinder, or a serious call can come in which turns out to be false alarm. Alright, hit and run. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man. What the fuck would be digging through a trash can? The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he'd hit a bum, got back in the van and quickly drove away. He was disgusted by it. He was like, what the fuck? I almost helped out a bum. So what, we now hunting for the bum? I mean the hit and run dude, or we going to the investigation scene? Let's send out grandma here. She needs to learn. And this Austin person, go. Never send 1. You gotta send 2, cause what happens if the grandma gets smacked? Fight. The last picture show theater. The theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, what times are these? A drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with a fierce security guard. What? What is this city? Why are these people such maniacs? It's just a drunk dude, right? Violently attacked. How violent? He took the popcorn? Like what? Let's send also 2. Oh man. I should have taken grandma over here somewhere. Alright. Oh, grandma in Austin's almost back. Oh shit, what's happening? Here we go, the report. Okay. When everything goes well, the police captures the criminals and nobody dies. But the truth is, sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than living ones. Dead cops will hurt your roster. Will I not get new ones? What? Escape! And she lost points! She got corrupted by fucking Granny over here. She was like, yeah, let's just go eat some cookies. You fucking Granny. Price. I thought that's her price. 5. What the fuck, man? How'd you let her get away? I feel like went with Kochi and Grandma. Kochi will have taught Grandma a lesson. What's happening here? What is happening? My officers are fucking useless. Suburb. Okay, you know what? Let's not beat around the bush anymore. We gotta send some fucking experienced people. Armed robbery. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store. What? And made off with a whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car license. The owner is one Janet Brown who lives in the suburbs. What the fuck? Yo, let's get SWAT in there. You know what? Here. Get the fucking most experienced one. This one doesn't even look that good. But, you know. Looks back to differ. Oh, I don't know what they're saying. Fight. A brother and a sister clashed with each other over the deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty tonight. What? So the lawyers just watch them get beat up? Who's this guy? Here, go with Price. Price is gonna let them be like, yo, life is long. You gotta look at it that way, you know? These petty fights you're having ghetto, well. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money. My reading skills are gonna be exposed in this game, guys. I send, I guess, in a channel. Like Austin and Grandma, they look like very suspicious right now. That they let a guy with a van run away. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you how to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up. Don't waste all your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. Jesus. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Oh. And shove the house is surrounded. Knock on the door. Open up police. Sneak into the house through an open window. Well, let's do the obvious choice. They're gonna get out. There we go. Like, what's the kids do? They like stole a bunch of porno. I would also like, you know. Oh, what's happening here? Who's that? Oh, that's the fight. I would also like arrest their like parents, cause where the fuck did they get that shotgun from, huh? Did you buy it at Walmart? I don't think so, man. You're under 18 still. What do we got here? Assault. He escaped? What is happening with my officers, dude? So the around 100 ones are pretty useless when it comes to like catching someone. What the fuck? If you think you'll need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime, but they're working flat out. They'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Fuck that. Order to work tomorrow. Oh, who do we got here? Oh, shit. What's happening here? What are these brown guys? Like, with a name tag being brown. Are these like not deputies, for the office workers? Mafioso, dude. What? You know what? Who did I not get to work yet? Nah, everyone worked. Oh gee, this is gonna be a tough one. Let's get the Kochi back in there. And Vancy. Okay. End of the day.
Used to be, when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.